And now a message from the Council of Alcohol, Drugs, and Firearms. Columbus Day passed recently with the same confusion as to why the post office was closed for this man who discovered lands near North America. While history fails to recognize, he first postulated the truth about the dangers of human global warming. Here at the Council of Alcohol, Drugs, and Firearms, we understand the concerns of climate change, but question the motives of Columbus and how he manipulated 97% of Spain's royalty to fund his cap and trade. It has become an issue with Americans to get behind a cause that sounds important. Columbus was the Harvey Weinstein of his day to recognize that he needed cash and boats to go off to find the back door to the Indies and exploit the booty he might find. Columbus had the gift of telling stories and finding gold like Kevin Spacey and getting unknown youngsters to do his Captain Winky pleasures. Chris also had a big unit, and the King of Spain was tired of seeing him with the Queen with his maps of the New World. Was just him flashing his junk in a box. So the King asked the Queen to give him 3 ships and not to come back without something new and important. Cece set sail nearly died before finding the island of Dr. Moreau off the coast of North America. He didn't find much gold or spice, but he did find indigenous people he could exploit. Chris decided to set sail back with several slaves, and every time the wind died down, he would throw a slave overboard and say, "That ought to change the weather." By lowering his carbon footprint, Chris helped reduce the greenhouse effect and thus concluded, without debate, less slaves, more wind, proving the dangers of human global warming and the science behind it. Of course, the night sky was ablaze with colors, as according to Columbus's own log. Cece did not understand or care to know that gigantic coronal mass ejections from the sun caused the aurora borealis to shine down south all the way to the Bahamas, which changed the trade winds and affect the weather patterns on Earth, and had nothing to do with aliens telepathically giving Cece knowledge about the reduction of CO2 emissions from slaves not breathing. But Columbus founded the ICC Fuck You Fuck Me trade route, and scientific evidence of slave tossing to increase winds was accepted by 97% of the scholars and royalty as correct and a religious fact. If you say it long enough, it must be true.